Holding it. I think so. Can we turn it? Nope. Guess I'm holding it.
Hold on, okay. Is the chat feature on?
I can't see anything because it's so freaking bright out here.
That's right.
I think we might have a couple of people.
No way.
Yeah. 4 people.
No way.
Wow. We had no idea doing this if we would get anyone coming out to.
This is the first time.
This is the first time doing a live chat, and we are trying to figure out how it is that we can see your. Oh, there it is. Who is that?
Oh God.
I can't see anything. Hey, whoever that is, I'm so sorry. We're blinded by the
You know what? We
sunshine.
probably need to go downstairs. That's the only way this is going to work.
Oh, what do you
Because
want
we
to do?
can't see
Yeah.
anything that's going on. Hey, hold on, guys. We need to get off the roof and get down because the sun is blinding us so much we can't see your chats. So,
All right, so
Sorry about
Brown's going to carry the chairs down because those are going to be the things that are going to fly off. I'll carry you all down.
cool. Here you go.
And we are so glad that you have joined us. Thank you so much. Sorry for the bad beginning here, but at least you get a beautiful view. This is a warning from New York City because of a brownout is the potential because we have people are using a lot of power because it is so hot here, like 95 degrees and super humid, and so it is really hot, and I think this is just going to be so much better to be able to, yes, this is much better. Sorry guys, sorry for the screw up, a very rough start for us, but it is our first time, so we're trying something new. Please feel free to ask questions. We would love to answer any questions that you have. We are at Ellis Island. Ellis Island is right there. I don't know if I'm supposed to do that on live chat, but wanted to show you Ellis Island, and the Statue of Liberty is just beyond it. And we are, we've been here for I think 3 days now, and this was just an amazing trip into Manhattan. Can't even describe how elated we were in arriving here. I think this felt like the Holy Grail to us, and I think we didn't actually think we would ever make it. Not sure why. Maybe lack of confidence in our skills, I don't know. But we are so happy to be here and happy to see you all joining us on live. So thank you. All 5 of you. Hey.
Wow, there are 5?
Yeah, it's better than none.
I can't believe anybody would show up. That's killer.
So we're trying to figure out how do some messages, let's see, chat viewing options. We're trying to figure out how to be able to see all messages are possible. Okay, there we go. Okay, blinded by the light. Hi, Michelle. Oh my gosh. Hi, Michelle Havlin. Hi, Michelle Vaughn. Hello from Tristan and Linda Wright. Thanks for coming on, you guys. Yay, I can start seeing some chat now. Thank you so much for being here. We want to answer your questions, so if you have questions, let us know. Otherwise, you're going to hear us ramble, which might not be a whole lot of fun, but we're happy to do that too. So as I was saying, we are just really elated to be here. I think being from New York City, I was absolutely blown away, pun intended. Thank you, Irene. Yay!
Oh, thanks, Irene.
Thanks, Mrs. Kanowitz.
Yeah.
That's my typing teacher from high
cool
school.
is
Is that not the
my
coolest
gosh.
thing?
You know, that's probably one of the most important subjects that they teach in high school.
Absolutely.
Because, I mean, that's something you use all the time. Way to go, Irene. Good job.
So it is so hot right now. We barely can.
It was
just,
102 feel.
Yeah.
And I
Easily.
mean, you could see the sweat all over us.
You learned how to type. How old was I? I was in high school. Thank you, Michelle, for that question. I was in high school when I learned how to type. So
I learned on
on a typewriter.
Was it an IBM? One of the ones.
I think it was. Miss Kanowitz, was it an IBM? I think it might have been. She's such a great teacher. Yeah, yeah. So today we went into Manhattan and spent 4 hours. We got a SIM card to be able to do this because our data wasn't strong enough. So now we have high speed data, and we paid. Miss Kanowitz said, "I hope you have air conditioning on the boat." Yes, we do.
We do, and we're cutting it on tonight.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Although there's a really nice breeze out here, but it's a hot breeze.
When the sun goes down and we're right on the water, it can get nice and cool. So we're hoping that's the case, but we're ready with a backup if we need it. So.
Yeah. So we went into Manhattan today, and this is really interesting. We went to the North Cove Marina, and they allowed us to leave our dinghy for, it's $1 a foot per hour. So 12-foot dinghy for an hour should have, for 4 hours, should have been $48. They charged us $40. They have been
really sweet.
Unbelievably accommodating and kind and helpful. So we're really happy.
There's no getting around it. There's no free dinghy access in Manhattan. I mean, we tried, and there's no holes in the cheese, really. I mean, we cannot. I mean, that's the deal. You think it's expensive hearing about it, but it's a bargain once you get here because you're so close and you're looking. I mean, look at it behind us. It's just like saying, come see me. And so today we did.
Well, we had our friend Tracy out on the boat, and she's a big time real estate agent here.
Yep.
And she saw the view from the boat. She had dinner with us last night, and she was just like, wow, this is amazing. So,
hey guys, the new people that have come on, I see a couple other people. Introduce yourself. We'd love to know who you are. Just say, hey, this is such and such.
Just lost someone.
Just say, hey, Tom.
Hey, Tom.
How you doing, man?
That view is amazing, isn't it? It's a multi-million-dollar view.
Oh, yeah.
For free. We're going to try and stay here, I think, until July 4th. We're going to see if they kick us out because to our right, your left, there are beautiful fireworks over Jersey City and Hoboken, and we would love to be here to see them. Plus, we could also see the fireworks on the East River. So we're going to try and stay in this spot. We don't know how the Coast Guard will respond.
So here's a question to everybody that's out there. How much do you think we're paying? Guess how much you think we're paying to anchor here each night. What do you think? Oh, we see some other people have signed up.
Welcome.
That's awesome.
Welcome, guys.
Please introduce yourself, all right? So don't be bashful, guys. How much do you think we're paying a night for this place?
And ask any questions that you have.
For this $10 million view.
And while you're thinking about how much it costs to be here at our anchorage, we will share with you the plans that we have for the next couple of weeks. Oh, what was it like seeing the statue? Thanks, Tristan, for that question.
Tristan.
It was amazing. Growing up in Manhattan, growing up in the city and living in Manhattan for so many years. No, we were in the city today, Jan. Great question. We were there. We were there for 4 hours today.
Hey, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon. Yes, tax dollars are paying for us to stay in the harbor, Michelle. That's right.
You're paying for us to stay here. That's the answer. It's free.
Tom's right. I did spoil it. I did say it was free.
Yeah.
So
good.
It was unbelievable coming into the harbor. I've done the Circle Line. I've been out to the statue a lot, but I have never sailed in on my own or on our own. So that was just amazing.
And we thought it was going to be just a crazy, dangerous experience I've heard that the Staten Island ferry, they are notorious and you do not want to get in their way. They will not slow down and they're super fast. As long as you stay out of their way, which is not hard because they go every 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It was really easy sailing and it just a totally different perspective on Manhattan coming in from the ocean. It was something that was very. Stefan!
Stefan and
Hey,
Mia!
Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. We're saving you a spot here. Our friends, our German friends, have just sailed up from Atlantic City today.
Yeah, and are you guys anchored right now?
Yeah, they dropped anchor.
Oh, good.
In Sandy Hook, just like
So
we
you're
had.
15 miles away from us.
Yay!
So, we'll see you
So
tomorrow.
they'll be here tomorrow morning. We're excited to have them back. That's awesome. Thanks for joining the
Oh
live
yeah,
chat.
that's awesome. It's great to see, to have
This
you.
is the view you guys are gonna have tomorrow.
So take a look. Oh yeah. Oh man.
Is that amazing? Absolutely amazing. Last night they had the sailing races, the regatta around Ellis Island. So we probably had, I don't know, 15 or 20 J24s sailing around our boat. It was absolutely beautiful.
The Manhattan Yacht Club, and I think you join it, and it just seemed like people, just everyday people out there sailing J24s and just honing their skills. And then they have a platform right over there. Show them that. So it's like a pontoon boat that's anchored, and they
after they sail, they come and drink there.
Yeah,
and eat.
And brag about how good
it.
they are.
So, how many times did we cross the Hudson yesterday?
8 times.
How does it always feel to be on the water every day? Great question.
Well, we love the water, and I think I guess our dream can be other people's nightmare. It just depends on how much you like the water. What's your perspective on the water? For us, we love the water. We love to go swimming. We just love everything about it. We love a kind of a balcony's view wherever we've lived. In a lot of places we haven't had that, in which we've had that. Now we're our own island, and we love it. Now we're tossing around right now. I don't know whether you can tell it, but you get used to it after a while, and it's I don't think that I could live anywhere else than on the water.
Yeah.
It's pretty exciting.
I think there are a lot of advantages when we were in the Bahamas, especially the Exumas, and the water was beautiful, and we could swim every day and snorkel and pick up shells, all of those kinds of things. Now we're in the harbor, so the water is not really something you'd want to swim in or go into.
Yeah,
so
it kind of has that treated sewer smell to it, if you know what I mean. Everybody knows what that is.
So it's a little bit different in terms of our enjoyment. It's just a different enjoyment. We still love being on the water and certainly love having this view. But it's not enjoyable in the sense that we can't snorkel and swim.
Speaking of the Bahamas, some of our best videos are yet to come. One of them being released this Saturday. They come out each Saturday of the Exumas, and we're really getting comfortable with our camera. And you guys make sure you check those out. They just keep getting better and better. That blue water, I miss it.
Yeah.
We have some more people. Wow, we have a bunch more people.
Welcome everyone.
Please introduce yourself. We'd love to hear from you. Who are you that have just come? Excuse the sweat. My eyes are stinging right now.
It is
because
really
I'm
hot
sweating
here.
so bad.
We've been getting warnings all day. You guys made the right decision. Don't dream your life. Live your dreams. Have to go. Oh, okay. Bye, you guys.
All right,
We'll
so
see you tomorrow.
Stefan, our German friends that we met at Pipe Creek.
In the Exumas.
Exuma.
Like 2 months ago.
He has a great, if you look at his Facebook page, it says, don't dream your life, live your dream. And I think that is, whatever it is, I mean, it's different for other people, and it really drives who we are in order to achieve that our whole lives. It should. And sometimes our dreams change, but a lot of times they get planted in us when we're younger, and it may be latent for a while and then pick back up our interest in it. But if anything, guys, I hope what we're doing encourages you to get out of your comfort zone and get out there. I mean, I'm 57 years old. Eileen just turned 50, and we're not getting any younger. And if we're going to do something like this, we have to go for it, because our time here on earth is limited. And, you know, you just, if there's something out there, it doesn't have to be sailing, if there's something out there that you want to do, we encourage you to do it. And yeah,
for sure.
And we love to hear from you. What's your dream? Go ahead and put that up on the chat box. We can talk about that a little bit. And anybody else that's new here, we're just so excited.
Thanks, Tom.
Hey, Tom. We're so excited that we have anybody show up.
Yeah, I said to Brown,
Right?
what are we gonna do if no one shows up?
I said,
we're gonna talk to
ourselves.
each other.
That's right.
So it's much better having you guys.
It's really humbling that you would be here right now to listen to this. We want to hear from you, and we hope that if you haven't seen any of our videos, that you'll check them out, that you'll subscribe and share them with your friends. And
so what other things you think they want to know? Well, let's tell you our plans over the next few days
that's
and
a good place to start.
Okay.
Yeah.
So July 4th is Sunday, and we are hoping that the Coast Guard doesn't kick us out of here. If they don't, then we're going to stay here for the fireworks.
And I'm going to get just really sweet talking to them. I'm going to use some of that Southern hospitality, that Southern talking that I've learned to use over these years, and we're gonna just try to tell them
we're gonna fly under the radar.
We're working with them to help patrol the area. We want to be their presence here in the area, and please let us stay, sir. Oh, sir, you're not only a handsome man, but you're a very powerful man.
Okay, so
I've got the lines down.
If they don't kick us out,
it's gonna work.
As soon as they meet Brown and they hear his BS, they're gonna kick us out. And if they do, we're gonna head up to 79th Street to the Boat Basin, which is a place. The only worker that worked on is the one sitting next to you. You're sweet talking. That's a great point, Michelle.
You know Michelle, and she's the toughest customer I've ever met. So it took a while to work on her, but finally, that's a good point, Michelle.
Okay, so if they kick us out, we'll go to 79th Street, and up there is a New York Parks and Rec boat basin, which we can anchor in for free, and then we pay $26 a day, and we can bring our dinghy to their dock. Because down here in southern Manhattan, there are just no places to leave your dinghy for a cheap price. We had to pay $12 an hour.
And there also we could bring people out. It's probably going to take us 5 minutes to come in on the dinghy to where the marina is. We're going to be anchored on the north or the south side of where the marina's at. And so
if we can have visitors,
it'll
that'll
be
really
easier
great.
to have people on the boat for dinner, just like we had with Tracy, and we don't have to cross over the Hudson, which
it's treacherous.
It can be treacherous when the water's really high, and
when
at
the current
night,
changes.
you can't sit. They're all lit up, but you
look at
cannot
that.
see these boats.
They've got the
they're
regatta.
back. Oh, this is so cool. I was wondering where the sailors were going to be, and they're out again.
It's so beautiful. The regatta is amazing.
Oh man, and they're just going around our boat.
Hopefully not hitting it.
Yeah, and they're coming really close, but they've got
fake.
They've got a lot of control over these little boats.
Not fake. So if we get kicked out, we'll go to the basin. If after July 4th, then the East River will open again, and we will head through the East River to Long Island Sound. And on Long Island Sound, the plan is to be there probably a few weeks. We're going to go to Rye. We're going to go to Port Washington, to Oyster Bay, to Port Jefferson, Shelter Island.
So, babe, what's the first thing that we have to be careful about when we go down the East River?
We have to watch the currents. The currents could be up to 6 knots in the East River. So we have to make sure that we go changing from low tide to high tide.
Hey, Dave.
Yes, Dave, you're right. We have huge storms coming up heading to Florida. And actually tomorrow, for the next 3 days, the weather is going to be pretty bad here. We hear that there's going to be, some tropical storms coming through New York. I don't think it's going to be that bad from what we can see, but our friends on Envia were concerned about exposure out here in the Hudson, which I get too. So
we've got a super big anchor set, and we're at about 10 feet of water.
It's perfect.
And the holding is really good here. And certainly the price is. So we've been through some really high wind situations, and we're very confident with our anchoring tackle.
Oh, Tristan, good questions. What's the place that you love that you want to visit most, and what's the one that you've loved the most so far, and why?
Oh, that's a great question.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tristan.
Wow. I don't think I could say one specific place that I love the most, except an area. The Exumas, I think, are my favorite.
And those are the videos that are coming up
now.
in the next few weeks.
And the reason is the water color was just amazing. The sand was literally like mud. It was beautiful. And yeah, I think I just loved it there. We could snorkel every day. We could swim. We could, yeah, not Houston. Sorry, Jan. That'd be a big no. White mud. Hey, Ruthie.
Hey, Ruthie. How you doing? Great to see you.
Yeah, White Mud. That's exactly it.
Actually,
that is exactly it.
One of the best places in the Bahamas.
Yes.
Is Leopard Key, where Ruthie and Frank have a place.
Yes, we loved it. I think we slept.
Great host.
We were there for like 4 days, and I think we slept the entire house. That's right, your house, Ruthie. We literally slept the whole time and did, I don't know, 10 loads of laundry. It was a beautiful thing. Oh my gosh, they spoiled us.
It was incredible.
What was your favorite place, honey?
I think the Exumas, they were so remote, and our boat set up for remote locations because we're totally off grid. In a lot of places, you felt like you were just the only person there. It was totally unspoilt. And again, just like you said, and the berries.
Yeah, the berries were really neat.
So right after we left Nassau, seeing Ruthie and Frank and friends, we went up to the berries, and that was, the bowling knot. We learned how to tie the bowling knot.
Frank taught Brown how to do a blindfolded, one-handed bowling knot around the tree.
I'm gonna be doing that for other people. I'm gonna pay that one forward. But the berries were unexpected beauty and very remote and incredibly beautiful, and just snorkeling, and everything is pristine.
I think coming into a place, this is probably our favorite. Well, it's my favorite. I think just because the nostalgia is incredible. It's just incredible. So where do we want to go? What's the place that I think we're looking forward to most? Short term, I think Nantucket, right?
Yeah, Nantucket.
The Vineyard, Nantucket.
Yeah.
Long term?
The Pacific.
Yeah.
And right now we're really shaking down the boat and also just honing our skills. And we are, I just cannot imagine coming up on the Marquesas or the Gambier Islands after being at sea for 21 days, and just what that feeling is going to be after making a passage and then seeing those beautiful islands that are super remote.
Ruthie made a great point. She said Beaufort was really special for you.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
That was really cool.
Good point, Ruthie. And seeing Ruthie's mom, Barbara, and seeing Eli.
Yeah,
E3,
Beaufort was very special.
And E4, and that was just
getting the right equipment on how to fish and all that.
And we started catching some fish, so we're really owe that to you guys. But yeah, Beaufort was like a high school and college reunion. It was very special.
It was very special.
And
Dave asked us about going to the Middle Grenadines, and we really want to try and do that. I'm not sure we'll do it on this round. I think what we're going to plan on doing, going south, is start heading west to Panama. So
and good point. The Grenadines was an area just south of St. Lucia where we bought the boat, but we had to start heading north as soon as possible because we needed to get to St. Martin in order to have some work done on our boat. And but it was very tempting to go down there. Supposedly it's supposed to be the prettiest place in the Caribbean.
Yeah. Kim just asked us. Kim asked us a great question. Well, two great questions. What's been the scariest? And Jan asked a question too. So Jan's question is, what are our thoughts about having a bigger boat, like a 48, 50 footer.
Yep.
And then Kim asked hey Kim, so glad to see you.
Oh, wow.
Thanks David. That's awesome.
Hey, David.
We're glad you're following us.
Oh, we appreciate that.
For sure. Kim asked what's been our scariest moment and our most sacred moment. So.
I know what the scariest moment's been.
What?
Oh, it was dragging the anchor in St. Martin in like 45 knot winds. And it was the first night that we got the oversized anchor. It was a M1 Mantis 85-pound anchor. And basically the nickname was, it's the Beast! And this thing is famous for its holding power. And the first night that we used it, accidentally, we didn't dive the anchor, which
we
should
made
have
some
done.
mistakes.
But Simpson Lagoon in St. Martin has a lot of wreckage in it that's just kind of random from the hurricanes. And it caught this big piece of plywood and covered up the tip, which helps it dig. And basically it became a shovel instead. And it was like dragging around an oversized basketball, a heavy basketball.
Yeah.
And we just slowly drug up against Shipwreck Corner. Can you imagine that? And there are some shipwrecks still there.
Waking up at 2 a.m. and
I got up
that.
because I had to go to the bathroom and looked and saw how close the traffic was because the road's just right there. And it was like, and then the rocks were right there. Luckily we stopped. Got hung up on the sand before we hit the rocks. We didn't have waves coming up on us if we were on a lee shore, but it was so bad that it was like waking up and seeing one of your kids dead on the living room floor. If you can imagine what that feels like, that's what it was like. So,
yeah,
how about you, Sweetie?
Definitely, that was the scariest moment.
Then,
just not knowing if we were going to lose the boat because of the rocks.
Eileen says if I have one more thing happen on this boat, I'm getting the next plane out of here. And she was dead serious.
Hey Gary, glad you're
Gary.
here. I don't know what our most
Thanks
sacred...
for following us, Gary.
Yeah, thanks Gary.
Yeah. Hey, if you're new, go ahead and introduce yourself, okay? We'd love to hear from you.
And we promise we
Don't
won't
be
be
shy.
on too much longer. I know we're not all that exciting, and I know on a, what is this, Thursday? Wednesday, on a Wednesday afternoon, you probably have other things to do.
Yeah, we're really honored you guys would show up, so.
What would be our most sacred moment? Beating Ruthie in Mexican train dominoes?
That was it, for sure. I only beat her one time. I came close with them one dominoes of beating her a couple times, but she pulled it out.
Hey, Poppy in Australia! That didn't happen. That's awesome. Thanks so much for coming on. That's awesome. Kim, it's a great question about a sacred moment. I think, animal life. Okay, so here's what I think. This is one of them. We were in West End. I thought I won, yeah. We were at West End before we came across.
Thank you, Irene.
Yeah, thanks you guys. Thank you for all of your comments and support and your encouragement. We love that.
Yeah.
We love it. So sacred moment, I'll make it quick. West End, Bahamas. We snorkeled 4 or 5 days, and every single day, hey, Kiwi viewer here. Hey, Gary, that's awesome. Long ways away.
That's really cool.
Woo! We were snorkeling like every day, and every single day, thanks, Poppy.
Thanks, Poppy.
Every single day we were snorkeling with 50, 80 squid. They were so fun. And the first day they wouldn't come anywhere near us, and then the next day they got a little closer, and the next day closer.
They're so
and then,
intelligent. They're checking you out, and they get more and more used to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And they kind of start warming up to you. Go ahead.
So, yep, the sand dollars were amazing, Michelle. That is true. That's a good point. But this is live.
So,
the sand dollars were special.
And then the next day,
they weren't there.
Several days, they weren't there, and we missed them so much. And we went for one last swim.
And Brown said we were leaving the next day. It was our final snorkel. And Brown goes, I hope I get to see the squid.
Oh, they're so cute.
He jumped in the water and he screamed. He's like, you're never going to believe this.
there was like 1,000 squid underneath our boat, and it was like
Literally 1,000 squid.
it was like they were saying goodbye to us.
Yeah, it was so
And
cool.
it just warmed our heart, of all places, and that was way out from where we saw them. We saw them close to the shoreline
Yeah.
and the reef, and our boat was further out into the water.
That was definitely a
That
sacred
was definitely
moment.
a God moment, for
Yeah,
sure.
that was very, very cool.
Yeah.
And Janny, you are right. Lady Liberty is definitely a sacred moment. You know, coming in and getting to see her after being gone for so long from New York and being gone and out of the country and living in China and just, you know, living through COVID and coming back to my home, Brown's home in Beaufort, and then kind of home, North Carolina, and then my home here in New York. Getting to see her, she's just such a symbol of everything we are in America.
And guys, you have to realize we did not even know how to sail when we pick up. Some of you know this, some
Yeah.
of you don't. But we didn't know how to sail when we got our boat in St. Lucia. And it was extremely humbling with many,
Painful.
many fearful moments. And living on a boat and just learning the vocabulary
Yeah.
and weather. It was like, sometimes we just felt like our head was going to explode. There was so much multitasking going on.
Sorry, I just have to show this to them while you're talking.
And I looked at New York, our plans to do, New York City, our plans to be here for this summer. And it was like being on Earth and saying, I'm gonna travel to Jupiter. That's how
thanks, Ricky.
that's how far away it was in our minds. And just having to overcome our fears, learn new skills, and really just practice what it is we've learned, and learning by mistake at breaking stuff, and just miss some miserable moments, and just picking ourselves up and getting back in there and doing it again, and just having faith that we're going to be okay. And just each time we've been sailing's been a teachable moment that we've learned from.
Yeah.
And we're finally here. I cannot believe it. And we're getting
You're
ready
right,
to go to
Ruthie.
Nantucket. What did Ruthie say?
She said, and look where you are now.
I know, it's incredible. It really is. It just,
My dad is a hero. Thank God for Dad. We didn't even know how to use the voltmeter. Yeah, Dad's been great. Well, you guys,
we're just thinking, if we've made it all this far,
yeah,
I think we can go anywhere. And, you know,
Thanks,
we're
David.
just, especially with you all's encouragement,
yeah.
really means a lot to us.
Yeah, you know, big moments. The moment when we monetized in YouTube, when we got 1,000 subscribers, when, you know, we made it over to the U.S. after being in the Bahamas. Yeah.
I think we're making like 10 cents an hour now when it comes to editing. So.
Hey, Steph!
Hey, Steph! How are you, man?
We
Good
keep
to
going.
see you, buddy.
We keep going.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, we're so happy you're here.
Yeah, for sure.
Thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon.
So much. You guys, your words of encouragement have meant so much to us. There are so many days that we did not believe in ourselves.
Yeah.
So many days that we had to just really push through and persevere, even though we just didn't know. Thanks for joining us, Tristan.
Thanks, Tristan.
Yeah, we didn't know if we were gonna survive. So
And truthfully, we literally.
no worries, Steph.
Steph.
We're glad you're here.
So we literally bought this boat. A lot of our friends were like, "Why don't you try to rent one? You know,
Yeah.
like charter one." And then we got the questions.
Thanks,
What if
Richie.
you don't like it? And we're like looking at them like, you know, first of all, to charter a boat's really expensive. This boat is about $8,000 to $10,000 a week, and there's no way we're going to spend that much money. And then we're like, what do you mean if we're not going to like it? And we literally got in so deep. We bought the boat and everything that at a few moments there, we probably would have just sold it and done
Thank you,
something
Tom.
else. That's how bad it was. Thank you, Tom. And but it was too late to back out, and so you just have to gut it through. And we've learned and overcome a lot, and which you guys know in your life, you can do the same thing whether it's sailing or not.
Yeah. Well, you guys, we don't want to push time. It's been 35 minutes, and you guys have been amazing. backing out is for wussies.
That's right,
That's right, Steph.
Steph's a big Harley man.
So I'm going to turn this around. I want you to just be able to see the scene behind us because it is just spectacular. It's breathtaking. And this is what we see when we wake up. It's what we see when we go to sleep. And I think it's just so awe-inspiring and really it just captivates everything about what we have done and been able to just accomplish in these 7 months. So thank you
guys,
for your support.
Before we sign off, anybody have any other questions? We'd love to answer your questions if you do.
Oh my gosh, you're right, Ruthie. The sailing community has been amazing.
Oh yeah.
That I think is our biggest surprise coming into this just experience. We had no idea.
I know.
They're like family now. It's really amazing.
People come from all walks of life
and all over the world.
All over the world, but we all have one thing in common. We want to stay safe. We want to help each other.
Yeah.
And we want to become friends. And that just makes the experience all the more richer. And the sailing community is pretty amazing.
Yeah, I mean, for example, the other day we had an issue with one of our engines. It started to vibrate and we had no idea what was wrong, and we tucked him into Atlantic City immediately and threw the question up on Facebook on the owner's site. And in 30 seconds, we got responses from other cruisers from around the world and telling us, hey, it's 99% chance it's this. It's a wrapped prop. We had no idea that it would be a wrapped prop. So we were able to actually not be,
hey,
thanks
Ed.
so much, Ed.
Hey, how's it going? Great to hear from you.
We were just able to...
Woodbury friend of mine.
Hey.
That's awesome.
So we were able to diagnose it really quickly. Brown got in the water in Atlantic City and just checked it.
Nasty.
And it was
2
fine.
feet visibility.
But that sailing community is incredible.
And another one, I don't think we would have done this if it weren't for the YouTube community.
Yeah, the YouTube community.
So there's this big, and I'm sure you all have watched a bunch of different people that are really, but they're very inspirational and educational. Problem is, you don't hear a lot about the bad things that are going on, which is okay because it's meant to be positive and entertaining. But that's been an inspiration for us to start this YouTube channel so we can help pay it forward for other people who may be interested in doing the same thing.
Yeah. Any other last minute questions?
Wow, we've got some more people.
We got more people. We feel bad.
On.
We don't want to stay on.
No. But any other questions? This is great. I didn't think we
Thanks, you guys. What are your pirate names? Arr, matey. I'm called Arg. He's called Matey. Mighty.
Staff, do you have a suggestion for me?
What are our pirate names?
Yeah, what's a good pirate name for us? I haven't even thought about. You asked such intriguing questions.
We're gonna have to figure that out. For sure.
Any of you guys have any ideas of what's a good pirate name for me and then Eileen? Just throw it up there on the chat.
Thanks,
Irene.
Oh, do you leave the boat often when at anchor? Do you typically stay on the boat?
Well, the first big time we did that was seeing you all.
Yeah, that was really the first time we left her.
Clifton Bay. You remember how nervous we were?
We had to go look and make sure she was there.
That's a great question. I am totally amazed at the fact that it's still there when we come back, because it's just being held on by this chain and something could go wrong with it.
Yeah.
And it's not only the chain, but there's also shackles and there's several parts to the anchoring system, and if one of them fails,
Gene and the clown,
your boat is just drifting. It's gonna, like down in St. Martin, it's gonna run into a couple super yachts and then hit the reef and you're toast.
You're right, Ruthie said it's your house, so she gets it. You're right, this is everything we own. We own nothing else.
I say a prayer every single time we leave, and I am totally elated when we come back, especially when it's rough weather. And we have to leave the boat. I mean, we like to get out, we like to adventure, but we love staying at anchor so we don't have to be in marinas and pay for marinas.
Yeah.
Being at anchor, just hanging out there, being your own island, is always advantageous. And our boat's set up for that. It's totally off grid.
We try not to leave the boat in the first 3 or 4 hours of arriving somewhere, just to make sure that the anchor is really set. If we have to, we try and make a really quick trip, but sometimes, most of the time we'd like to do an overnight. We have an anchor alarm, and the anchor alarm app actually tracks what, seasickness, that's a good question.
Oh, great question.
The anchor alarm actually tracks the path of the boat, so we can actually tell what the boat has been doing over 24 hours. So that's helpful for us to have more confidence in, in leaving it. So that's, so that's kind of, so we do get off the boat, but we're careful when we do to make sure.
But if it's really windy and there's a storm,
we're on it.
We're on it. It's like Jack Ward, our friend in Beaufort. He said, "Man, it's getting ready to really rain hard, and there's going to be some tornadoes and stuff. Why don't you come stay with us in the house?" And you really need to be on your boat in case you've got a leak, in case the bilge
struck
alarm,
by lightning,
in case your boat's taking in water, the bilge alarm off. So you've got to be diligent. Sometimes the weather's been so bad that we'll cut the engines on, so we've got power in case we drag anchor and we need to loosen the tension on the anchor chain. So those are scary moments when we're getting 40, 50 knot winds. But the anchor's held, so it's been really good. Yeah, that's a great question. Really good.
Ruthie, you're knocking it out of the park with questions.
Telling you what.
You're not just a good Mexican trained dominoes girl. You got it all, girl.
That's right.
So she asked, have you gotten seasick? And I think that was my biggest fear.
Yeah.
Boat yoga keeps us in shape. Yeah, exactly, Ed. I think my biggest fear
a good one, Ed.
was being seasick. And I'm really, well, that was one of the reasons why I said to Brown, we're not buying a monohull. It has to be a multi-hull. And
you were right. So.
Shockingly, neither of us have been seasick. We have been queasy.
Yeah, a little queasy, but it goes away.
But it does go away, and it's been okay. It's really been fine, and I'm kind of amazed by that. But I think a lot of that too is not reading when we're underway unless it's super flat seas. And we've had do you have sea legs when you're on shore? And we've had really, really flat passages, so that's been great to be able to work on videos and things like that. So it's turned out to be better than I thought.
And when we get on shore after being at water
thanks, Dave,
for a long time, literally we'll be in a building and it seems like the whole building's moving.
Every time we go on shore, Brown's like, everything's moving. Everything's moving.
And it lasts like a half a day. That's just with me. Does that happen to you, sweetie?
No, I don't feel it as much, the motion. But you're just old.
Hey, Ed, I hear you talking about that boat yoga. Do you have a boat? Do you sail a lot? It sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Boat yoga is your yoga. Brown,
I'll tell you, boat yoga, when you get down in that engine compartment and you're checking the oil and you're mopping up water, and one of our engines, he watches me, okay, and one of the engines, has a slow oil leak. It's a rear main seal leak, so I have to mop that up and everything every time I go in there in the water. I mean, you're really bending your body in ways. Plus, I've got these little hose clamps that are super sharp, and you got to stay out of that way or they'll cut you and tear your pants. So, sweetie, I've got a new pair of pants. I've got another pair of pants that need to be sewn. Okay.
You married the wrong girl for that.
I did. That was a joke.
Well, you guys, we don't want to continue a great thing. We want to end on a high note with 18 of you on board. We're so glad you joined us.
Any more questions? We don't want.
And while you're thinking, I'm going to show you Manhattan skyline again. Is that not amazing? Oh, it's so beautiful.
Guys, if you've never been in a boat up here, you have got to come up here and look at this.
Definitely coming to the Gulf Coast at some point. Yeah. Thanks, you guys, for joining us for live, and we will do this again.
And thanks for reaching out to us and wanting to get together and being so kind and
Thanks, staff.
Saying, hey, you can do your laundry at our place.
Yeah, everyone has been so kind. Come take a hot shower. Come do your laundry.
Come get a good night's sleep.
Yeah. Thanks, Kim and Tim.
Send Tim.
Hey, Kim and Tim Stump.
Yeah, it's so good to see you. Godspeed to you also.
That's awesome. Well, we love you guys so much. Thank you. This wouldn't be any fun if there weren't any of you out there. So if you're in the New York area and can come see us, we'd love to see you.
Absolutely. And we have a tracker that where we're going to be live, and
Yep.
we'll post a link so
Thanks,
it
Ruthie.
keeps up with where we go, where the boat's at. And we love to meet you guys in person, or rekindle friendships.
Yeah.
Have you on the boat. So just let us know if you're in the area, or we're coming near to where you are, and we'd love to see you.
Bye, Gary. Ruthie, we'll send you
See
the
you,
link.
Gary.
We'll post it in Facebook too, but I'll send you the link in WhatsApp.
Yeah.
All right, you guys, have a great night or day wherever you are in the world. We love you so much.
Love you guys. Really appreciate you.
And yeah, see you in Australia for sure. And then we're gonna
See you,
go
Poppy.
see everyone in Kiwiland. And there's our final view of Manhattan skyline. All right, you guys, have a great night.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.